Hello everybody and welcome to the very first game of the season for Rally Football Club. I think the majority of you guys that have been around the live stream and YouTube for a while now knew that I grew up playing this sport. I played in college, had the chance to play afterwards, not like the highest level or anything, but we kind of quit for a few years to pursue streaming and YouTube, and now it's officially back. I'll be honest, I've tried writing down everything I want to get across through the intro of this video, but I think it's just going to be better if I just go ahead and straight talk about it. Basically, we are competing in a men's league here in America. It's a team that's put together of a bunch of old teammates, and it's kind of for the purpose of getting us all back together. Some of my personal favorite videos on the internet are watching people's Sunday leagues. So I watched the Dons, I've watched loads of Under the Radar with Manny, I've watched pretty much every single hashtag United game you can honestly mention, and I've even watched a load of the Rebel games as well. So for me, this is content that I thoroughly enjoy. It's something that I'm extremely passionate about, and I'm really excited to bring it to our YouTube channel as well. To give you guys just a little bit of insight on the league, basically it's not the most competitive league in the entire world. There's leagues here in the state that I live in that are way better, and it's a bunch of like ex-pros and current pros and everything that go play in them. We are starting in the lower one, that way we can kind of build up throughout the seasons, kind of see which players are committed to the whole process of this, and then also I just didn't want to lose every single game at the very beginning, I'll be honest. We plan on having these videos out every single Saturday. I'm going to aim for them to be around like noon my time, like 11 a.m. So like 7 p.m. UK time would be, I think the majority of you guys that watch this YouTube channel are from Europe. So around your time, late night on Saturdays, so be looking out for them. I think we have one bye week, which is the 4th of July here, so there might not be a video then of like match highlights, but we'll probably do something fun like a crossbar challenge and maybe just a cool way for you guys to get to know all the players on the team. We don't have photos or anything just yet of all the guys, so I don't think there's any real reason to do a starting lineup or tell you guys the starting lineup. You'll hear throughout the video me shouting out people's names, and you'll probably find out like who the crazy players are on the team and stuff like that. So hopefully you guys do enjoy. If you guys are excited about this content being brought to the YouTube channel, please just make sure to leave a like. If you are brand new, for whatever reason you've stumbled upon this video as well, and you would like to subscribe to help out the channel and kind of stick with us throughout this journey, that'd be super awesome as well. Let's hop into game number 1. All right, and the season has officially started. Today's game, we're playing against Phoenix Celtic. They won the league last year. It's a bunch of Irish and English dudes. To get things going in the 5th minute, they have a very bad pass. It goes through to our man, Alex. Alex plays to Danny Molina. Danny Molina, one of the best pickups that we have on our team, is able to dance to the midfield and play it out to Brian Drew. Brian Drew is an American football player at heart. He's so unbelievably athletic, and he picked up this sport very quickly, plays it to Alex, and Alex is not able to get it back through to him. The goalkeeper is able to clear it as far as Danny Molina. Danny able to hold off his defender, lay it back to Brian Drew. Brian Drew plays it to Juan, who is a new player for me. I've never really had the chance to play with him before, but he did absolutely fantastic during this game. Lays it to Danny. Danny to Pally, whose real name is Nick Palomares. Juan plays it through to Alex. Alex looks through. I'm streaking over on the left side. Able to get the cross off, but just easy for the goalkeeper to pick up, and that is the end of that there. In the 7th minute, Dylan Moore is able to hold off his defender and lay it back to Drew. Drew, who just passed the ball right there, is one of my old college teammates. He's actually the captain of my college over at Menlo. He's a fantastic player. I'm really happy to have him. The goalkeeper is able to lay it over to Brian Drew. Brian Drew plays it to Dylan, back to Brian. Brian finds myself in the midfield. I'm not going to lie. I was a little bit scared of my touch and everything. First time I played in a few years, but able to get that pass off super quickly. And this play will end there. Phoenix Celtic able to clear it, but Brian Drew with the fantastic step gets it to the feet of Dylan Moore. Dylan Moore plays it to Pally, who looks to serve it in initially. Lays it through to Brian Drew, and it does go out for the very first corner kick of the game. Nothing came of it, unfortunately. Eric Rodriguez does well to get into the way of that ball there. It bounces through to Alex, who tries to take a shot. It's deflected, and we are not able to get onto the end of it. An absolutely awful clearance. Once again, remember, I told you guys, this isn't the highest standard in the entire world, all right? Regardless, though, Alex is able to get the cross in. Eric gets to it. It falls to the feet of Danny Molina. He takes a shot, and it does go out for the second corner kick of the game. Juan takes this cross here into the head of Drew. Goes right into the keeper's hands, though, unfortunately, but good to get his head onto it. Here, Phoenix Celtic do get a bit of build-up play, I believe. As you can see, they might be older guys, but they can play, and I think a big thing with, like, Sunday leagues, men's leagues, is it simply comes down to the fact of how organized you are. Our boy Abali right there threw him off. We didn't think it was a foul. We thought it was pretty light, but they do get a free kick here in the 24th minute. They're able to serve it in. Our goalkeeper's able to get a hand onto it. It goes right back in to the danger zone, but ends up getting deflected out for Nick Palomar is here. I'm going to go back and forth to calling him Nick and Pally. I apologize. Able to play it down the wing to Juan. You hear Danny screaming, wait for Connor, wait for Connor. The ball falls to the feet of me. I'm not going to lie. I didn't know if I was going to go for the shot, but we end up going for it. It's a decent save. And, yeah, honestly, I think I could have probably taken a touch there, but maybe it's just the nerves of the very first game of the season. Another cross comes in. I believe Drew's able to get his head onto that as well. Ali, another player that I've never had the chance to play with before, gets onto it, but unfortunately it rolls out for their goal kick. Here, Phoenix Celtic have a throw-in, able to send Alex the wrong way. Goes to serve it in, but Drew's able to clear it just as far as their number 17. Danny Molina is able to get onto the ball here. Does very well to hold off his defender. What I was going to talk about as well is sometimes the cameraman zooms in a little bit too much, but we've told him not to do so for the next game because we don't really want to miss out on anything. So please bear with us on that, but he did a fantastic job. The ball went to me, though. I was able to play it wide to Juan. Juan's able to get inside the box, take a shot, but it is deflected back out. I play it to Danny Molina. You're not able to really see it, but he gets a touch, not necessarily the greatest touch in the world, and then it's able just to get cleared. In the 30th minute, they spray it out wide to the left side. Composed, throws it into the box here. Abali is able to go ahead and clear it to the feet of myself. Can't really tell you what else is going on right now just because we're a little bit too zoomed in at the moment, but I decided to not play it forward and knock it back to Danny Molina. That way we can switch the field. Plays it to Juan. Dylan with not the greatest first touch, but sometimes with these just with these grounds on the fields that we play on, there's always like a little weird skip that happens right beforehand. So I think that was it. He was able to recover. Mick Abide, who is Mbone HD, if you guys know my roommate, his best friend was over, so we had him come play a game as well. And I believe Mbone is on the field now too, for those of you guys that are involved with the Twitch live stream. The throw in here is not a fantastic one. They're able to get a cross off, and unfortunately, this is where Danny and myself were kind of caught sleeping. Takes a good touch, is able to Mick Abide, and it is in the bottom left-hand corner, and we are down 1-0 in the 31st minute. In the 32nd minute, we have to get things going. We had a load of chances in the first half, and it felt like we were on like the front foot the entire time, but just cannot honestly just find the back of the net, and that's just the one upsetting part about it. Here, they play the ball back to Pizza Guy Sam, which you guys, once again, if you watch the live stream, you know who Mr. Sam is. He's one of the very first competitive games he's probably played in over 15 years. He'll tell you 10, but I believe it's 15. Plays it to Danny Molina. Danny Molina gets it over to Eric Rodriguez. Does well to hold on to the ball there. Ends up dancing out of this very well too to keep us possession, and it goes out for our throw. The play will eventually lead to a corner kick where, once again, apologize about the cameraman, but Danny takes a shot, it goes off the goalkeeper, and I believe it goes out for another corner that does not lead to anything. In the 35th minute, Phoenix Celtic are able to throw another one into the box. Obviously, they have a very, very big forward in there that's able to kind of use his body well. Mbone, in his very first competitive game ever, is looking like a vet. He played that really well there. Super happy for Mbone. They're able to get a corner kick out of it, though, obviously. Goalkeeper's able to get a touch. It falls to the feet of Alex Little, and Alex Little does go ahead and clear the danger. All right, so at this point, we are into the second half now, and what we're going to have is a separate camera for the next game where you guys can hear us talking at halftime, and it'll make it a bit more personal. I just wanted to make sure the one camera this game was working was kind of the plan. In the 45th minute, Dylan Moore has the ball. He plays it over to Danny Molina. Danny Molina is able to play it to Ali. A bit of a weak foul here, but it's one that we'll take. It's an opportunity straight away, and we've come out of the gates absolutely flying. I think a lot of you guys know with Sunday League, if you put it on frame, there is always a chance that it will go in. Danny scores the very first goal for Raleigh. The keeper had a little bit of a blunder right there, but obviously we're fired up that literally 2 minutes into it, we're back into it. As you can see here, Danny gets into a little bit of a scuffle with their forward. There's a bit of trash talking going on. Danny, I don't know, I'll be honest, I don't know what he's doing, but gets himself a yellow card, and yeah, that was just kind of the situation that happened. So at this point, I believe Danny's the only one with the yellow, but he's played so well. As you can see, a fire has been lit within him. He's holding off players. This guy just blew him a kiss. I don't know about that one, but he's playing fantastic at the moment. Danny's able to play it over to Juan. Juan plays it to me. I do not have the greatest touch. I believe it's the right back's able to get in right behind me there. Danny is able to take the shot, and the keeper does make a save. In the 49th minute, the ball falls to the feet of Juan. Juan does well to get around the first defender, able to get through the second one, but Ali is actually called offside, regardless of the fact that he unfortunately did miss that one there. In the 50th minute, it goes to the feet of Abali. Abali plays it to Dylan. Dylan, I believe here, finds myself. I'm able to get a little back heel action to Dylan. Dylan finds the feet of Alex. Alex is able to get around the first man, tries to find me, not very successful with it though, unfortunately. And Phoenix Celtic is on the counter right now. I believe that Drew is sitting there screaming to step, to step, to step. And once again, I think as we all get to play with each other a bit more, and we get to learn each other's tendencies, everything will click a little bit better. Obviously, when you have a bunch of guys that have not ever met each other before, it's hard to understand what everybody's going to do. So I'm sure that will be cleaned up throughout the rest of the season. In the 53rd minute, Danny plays me the ball. I'm able to knock it out wide to Dylan. Dylan goes for the service here. The first defender misses it. The goalkeeper's not able to get his hands onto it. Drew's able to get there. Was yelling for a foul. I believe it just was going to be a throw in there, and nothing unfortunately came of it. Juan's able to get the ball back, plays it to Ali. Ali is able to slip it to Abali, and Abali is going up the field. I think having just massive center backs as well is so good for us. Drew and Abali played so good this game. They did everything we could have asked for. He plays it to Juan. Juan's able to take the shot, and it does go out, I believe, for a goal kick. Here, the ball goes to me. Realistically, I probably should have left it for Juan. The ball is still able to get there, and I think his first touch was meant to go out wide to Dylan. Did not connect, unfortunately. Finds him again, though, and I believe Phoenix Celtic are able just to clear from here. But I guess just as far as Alex Little, and it goes out for a throw-in. In the 57th minute, Phoenix Celtic has the ball in the middle of the park. I think a lot of us were maybe running out of a bit of stamina in the midfield. They're able to lay it to their big guy there, but Drew does very well to go ahead and just play that out calmly. Gets it to Juan, and they're able to knock it out for another throw-in. In the 59th minute, Pally's stepping. We're putting a lot of pressure on. I think the momentum really switched at this point for us, and you can kind of see it with the energy with the guys right now. Abali gets the ball here, plays it to Alex. Alex not able to get the pass off I think that he was looking for. It's knocked as far as their striker. Sends it out wide to the right side. Mbone. See how Mbone does here. They get the shot off, but it is just easily into the hands of our goalkeeper. In the 61st minute, we do see that Phoenix Celtic does have it again. Able to play it over the top here. Their striker takes a brilliant touch and honestly a great pass as well. You'd expect the other guy to have a much better finish there, but once again, it happens. It's Sunday League. It's the very first game of the season. We are going to see things like this happen. Mikabite is able to play the ball as far as Ali, and that is where we pick up another foul there. In the 63rd minute, Pally does a very good job of pressing them again, and I think it's the big thing. It's obviously hot out here, and the guys, they were busting their butts the entire time, and I am very grateful for it. Drew's able to win this tackle here. He plays it to Danny. Danny does very well to bring it down with his chest and lay it there. Eric Rodriguez with an unbelievable through ball to myself. 3 touches. We're the greatest touches in the world, but we are able to score in the first game of Rally's season. 2-1. The boys are off the bench. Everybody's absolutely fired up right now, and I am obviously very happy to get on the score sheet, regardless of how big my forehead currently looks. Get the high five with Mbone. We love that, and currently we are in the driver's seat. Mbone with the inexperience is a little shin to foot right there. A classic, but is able to get the clearance off, and they do get a foul called. I believe they end up taking this one very quickly. You'll see it here in a few seconds. Obviously, they're getting a bit impatient. The league champions did not expect to be down at any point during this game. I believe the cameraman was saying that the little monitor was going off a little bit, so that's why the camera gets a little bit wonky at times. He wasn't able to necessarily see all of it. So it is a good view of the parking lot. It's all right, though. He still is able to catch everything. Here, they're able to take a shot, hits off the post, and falls into the hands of the goalkeeper. So, as you can see, they are starting to press a lot more now. They do not want to lose their very first game of the season. Eric doing well to slow things down in the midfield, plays it to Ali. Ali using his body, holding off the defenders, slides right through. Eric's able to pick it up. Eric plays it back to Mr. Abali. Abali throws it out wide again to Eric. Eric's doing very, very well just to control the midfield right now. Plays it up top to Danny. Danny with the good touch to take it forward, but obviously just a little bit too far. Works well to get the ball back there too, and I believe they called him for the initial foul because I think his studs were up when all of us were a bit confused about that. In the 73rd minute, Alex knocks it back to Little. Ali sending his man to the shop and sending another man to the shop as well. What is going on over here at the moment? I did not think that Ali was off right here. I definitely thought he was onside, but regardless, the goalkeeper's able to make a save, and that is where that play comes to an end there. Pizza Guy Sam getting a touch in right there, and look at the arm movement from Sam, as he runs away. Pizza Guy Sam, like I said, one of the first games he's played in a very, very long time, so happy to have him on the team, and I know the entire Twitch chat is happy to see him out there as well. I believe that Phoenix Celtic were called for the studs up there as well on Drew, and play does continue on. Here, their big man, number 22, I believe, does very well. He was calling for the foul, but it was not given, and it ends up going out for a goal kick. In the 77th minute, as you can see, it's pretty much been all Phoenix Celtic at this point. They are pressing very, very well. Goalkeeper's able to get a hand onto it there to save us for another few minutes. Gets the clearance off. Sam does very well to get his chest onto it there to drop it back to us. I just try to slow the pace down a little bit right now. I just want to let everybody kind of settle in. I know the nerves are kind of hitting all of us right now, especially being the first game. And it's obviously, you know, it's something that we'll learn as the season goes on to kind of manage. In the 87th minute, they're able to play it wide. It is the last few minutes of the game right now, and everybody is just giving it their all. Nobody tells Dylan there, unfortunately, that he had a load of time, and he plays it out. And unfortunately, in the 88th minute, they are able to score. The hip thrust celebration, you don't really see it. He's excited. At the end of the day, he is excited, and it is 2-2. So, with some of the very final seconds of the game here, that will conclude it. So for our very first game, all of us playing together, I think we did very, very well. Obviously a lot of new faces, and you guys will be able to see all of them going into the next video. Let me know what you guys thought down below. All right, if there's anything that you guys maybe wanted to improve the videos at all, you guys want my face to be on the screen, which I can't imagine that you do. If you want the halftime talks, if you want before the game stuff, if you want the lineups, everything, let us know down in the comments. I hope you guys did enjoy, though. I hope I did okay with the commentary stuff. I promise I'll get better with this, and we will see you next Saturday for another game. Later, guys.